Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of Klay's story. Now, I don't even know if I need to say this, but if you haven't watched part 1, you know where to find it. So happy we cleared that. In part 2, we have a busy schedule with Kley. He talks to us about his parents, coming out to his sister, traveling around the world for love, and living in Canada. Also, if you want to learn a little bit more about LGBTQ rights in Indonesia, I have left a link in the bio below. I've also left a link down there that I found super educational for people that are traveling to Indonesia that are queer. So if you're queer and you're traveling, check that out, right? So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and let's dive in. So you were going through so much, right? Yeah. You were still closeted, dating, had your first relationship, that broke off, probably a little bit heartbroken because it was your first boyfriend. Mm-hmm. You then started dating this guy in Bali, and then he cheated on you. You are again heartbroken. Yeah. Did you ever have a moment where you connected with your family or had support?
Yeah, sadly no.
That's hard.
Yeah, it was hard. Even though at that time, actually, I came out to one of my sisters, and she's like the closest, to me.
Yeah.
Because there was so much denial and so much, expectation that I would change after I broke up from my first relationship.
Yeah.
Which I get it. Like, I mean, I tried to think outside of myself, like somebody, yes, I told you that, I'm gay and everything. I believe it was equally hard for her,
100%.
As hard as, it was for me. Yeah. I let that kind of process just went naturally.
Yeah.
If she asked me about how am I doing, that I would tell her, honestly, but I didn't want to voluntarily say oh yeah, I broke up, blah blah. No, because I'm sure it was really hard for her to hear as well. So
why do you think it was hard for her to hear?
It's about what we thought was normal.
Okay.
What
heterosexualness?
Yes, and we brought up in a religious family, conservative, and it's something new, something like out of the normalcy.
Yeah.
And being in Asian culture, there's so much kind of shame, that they say it, will brought to the family.
Yeah.
If it's out of the normalcy. They knew that, I had some talents and everything, and they just felt like, oh, I thought you could be one of those children that is perfect. So they thought being gay was a flaw.
Wow. So being gay, you were not seen as a perfect child.
Yes. Yeah. So
that's heavy.
Yeah, and
that's heavy.
But I just let it go like that, and I didn't see the reason why I had to hate or dislike her back.
Yeah.
No, because I understand it was so hard for her as well. She was not angry. She was just suggesting me to go to therapist or something like that. It just shows how much care and love that she had for me. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I focus on. I get it. You were trying your best to sort of figure out, yourself, mm-hmm. to accept me. And this is one of the process to suggesting to me to go to therapist. What I could do is to explain nicely to her, no, it wasn't like that.
Did she think that being gay was a mental illness?
Yeah.
Yeah. And why do you think she thought that? religion.
True, true. And I think the belief that, you know, we all were born, you know, male and female, and, you know, male and female like brought together as a couple, and there's no, you know, she understands the concept of like gay people out there, but it's completely different story and different what is it idea when it comes to something that comes from your own family.
Mhm.
You know, it's more challenging. It's like, you know, oh no, I'm not homophobic, you know, I'm cool with gay person. You know, I dare you to think, how about if your child was gay?
Mhm.
Would you think that you will be one of those person who, you know, who would be upset, or you would
Embrace it.
accept?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just needed the time to understand and to learn what is gay life like.
I get that. She
Yes.
just needed to be aware. Like, I guess, you know, she probably has never met a gay person.
Yeah.
And she needed to understand it more and be educated. about it.
Education as well.
Yeah.
Education as well.
Did you ever have a moment where you came out to your mom and dad?
Unfortunately not, but I'm sure that they knew it, because my dad died in 2009, that he said to my sister, this one that I came out to.
Yeah.
She said at that time, you know, she was not married yet, so he said to her, once you get married, then, you know, my job is done, and Hornop, like my legal name, Hornop can figure himself out. I'm sure that he knew.
Yeah.
He knew.
It was
And-
almost his way of like accepting who you were.
yeah, and in 2010 in February, my sister got married, and 3 months after, he died. So he was right.
Wow.
Yep. And then my mom died the following year.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wow.
It was hard in a sense that I really wish, even though they probably wouldn't accept me the way I am right now,
Yeah.
but I just really wish that
You had the opportunity.
they could see that I'm happy.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing for all parents, to see all their children to be happy.
I wish that they did have this opportunity to see how amazing you are doing here, you
thank
know? Because this is one of the most brightest human beings I've ever known in my entire life. It's true. You're so energetic and you're so like full of positive energy, and you bring that everywhere you go. No matter who you face, you're always positive towards them, and I respect that about you.
Thank
I love
you.
that. Yeah. Thank you. What made you move to Canada?
Well, love, of course. So this is a great, one of the greatest chapter of my life. I met this gorgeous, handsome Canadian, you know, boy. Not really boy, but yeah. And I remember that I met him online when I skipped Sunday service at that time.
She missed Sunday service for you.
Oh goodness, of course. I saw my Sunday service for a hot guy. Duh. That goes without saying. We kept chatting like almost every day, really.
Yeah.
Almost every day for 2-3 hours. And I think 3 weeks after that, you know, he asked me to be his boyfriend, which, you know, I gladly accept. You know, it's like, sure, yeah, but, you know, coming from somebody who was heartbroken at the time still,
And has already been through 2 relationships.
yeah, didn't really expect much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially, you know, in Canada, it's so far away. 3 months after that, you know, he came to Indonesia again to visit me in Jakarta. We had a month again together. And then we clicked. We, you know, well, of course, this is a funny story because I always mention that, you know, he asked me like, so, what was your first impression about me? So then I said, yeah, when you came, through out that door and I saw you, I thought that was a horrible hoodie and jeans you're wearing.
Oh my god!
We had a very strong relationship.
Yeah.
We understood each other. We had the luxury to, to see each other every 6 months. That didn't sound like a lot of time, yes, but compared to like my first relationship for like a year and a half, and we met only once, this was luxury, I thought.
Wow.
So, I guess like in the back of our
It's
heads,
hard though. So much long distance.
it was, but because I think, like I said, in the back of our heads, we know that this was something that we wanted to fight for.
Yeah, I get that.
And any long distance relationships, especially I come from the place, which I know I'm not gonna get what I want in terms of like, Caucasian guy in Indonesia, and also not be able to be who I am, fully, to have like to think that I have the opportunity, to be with this person who potentially that I could live together, with him in this foreign country that's like gives you so much freedom. You would want to fight for it.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree. You would like focus on that relationship.
I agree.
To make it work.
Yeah.
Regardless. And thankfully, it was not a huge effort for me to me and him to make this work. It was just organic. Again.
And it worked.
I was so thankful for that.
Yeah.
And I came here in 2013. And permanently as a permanent resident.
And how was that like living in Indonesia?
Sad, because I love the food.
Yeah. And she has her own cooking show, and it is fire every Friday. Shameless plug. What's it called?
Feast Friday.
Feast Friday with Kley.
Yeah.
So go and watch.
Yes, the food. Very, very dear friends of mine. My family, of course. But I guess the excitement of being with somebody that you love, and to be able to live as who you are, just be authentic yourself.
Yeah.
It was much bigger excitement in me.
I get that. Your partner was married before and has kids.
Mm-hmm.
How was it meeting his family?
I felt confident at that time that we would go along well. The only thing that I was nervous about it was because how he told me about his dad, the way that his dad treated his ex-boyfriend, because after that divorce with this woman, I think he was in a relationship with a guy for like a couple of years, and then it was with me. And I was nervous, like, how
are they gonna accept you?
Yeah, especially the dad. So that was the only thing. But otherwise, my gosh, his mom was so loving and caring and very accepting. I felt so much loved and accepted right away.
And did the dad accept you?
Yes. I right away told him I didn't feel the way you told me, about your dad, when I was there, and he pretty much took more interest to know more about me. So I was so surprised about that.
Wow.
And then he was also surprised that, his dad
was that accepted?
Yeah.
So lovely.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
The best case scenario.
Yeah, it I'm not sure what happened there, but again, this is what I believe that all the people, when it comes to like learning something new, understand something new, we should give them time.
And we should give them the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
Do you ever face any people that thought that you used Aaron for a visa to come into Canada and live?
Well, I think the most profound people who expressed that
Yeah.
was people in Indonesia, my workmates and everything. You know, they tease me like blah blah, you know, but you know, I didn't really care about it because I know exactly how I felt for him. But in here, no, not so much because I mean, you know, if that's what I was going for, I would have left like the moment, like probably a year after I moved here. No,
Yeah.
you know, we were in a relationship for 8.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it shows that, you know, it was not about the visa or whatever. I think that was just like my luck and my destiny to come here, and you know, I owe that to him, and I won't take away the fact that the reason why I'm here is also because of him.
Yeah.
No, that's very true. But did I come here to, you know, and be was in relationship with him because of the visa? Absolutely not.
Okay, so when you're going through something difficult, how do you take care of your mental health?
Well, I usually like close myself to, you know, to kind of like regroup and light candles or listen to good music. And you know, if I feel like crying, I would cry.
Oh, I love that. She's a crier. No, I'm a crier too. I'm a huge crier. But I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy to be emotional. It's healthy to let things out, not hold things in.
Yeah.
And it's healthy to, I think what you're really good at is thinking of hardship and turning it into a positive or a way to like learn from it, you know?
Yeah. And I always think like whatever that we face, difficult things that we face, trust and believe it's not the hardest situation or problem in the world. There's so much bigger things in the world, you know, that people fight and deal with. When you think about it, then you're just like,
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you. It's great perspective, and it's a great reminder that what we're going through, yes, traumatic, or yes, maybe problematic to our lives, but there's bigger issues in the world, and we got this.
Yes. Yeah.
What is one of the biggest lessons that you've experienced in your life, and how do you apply that in your daily life now?
Sorry, say it again.
That's okay. You're still thinking about all the problems in the world.
Sorry, say it again.
What is one of the hardest things that you've been through in your life, and what lesson have you learned from that and you apply to your daily life now?
I think, you know, I kind of like specifically say like one thing. We all like have like difficult moments. For me, that I always apply to my daily life is to think and act positive, even though you're in the worst situations, and to deal with people who dislike us, who give us shit and give us, you know, those stress and tremendous amount of hatred. Be good to them. Just keep doing kindness. It will get back to you. It's a good karma.
Yeah.
And I always believe that, and that's something that I always carry in my life.
I completely agree with you. Karma, good karma is true. And I just think that what you said is right, you know? when someone is negative or nasty to you or does something hurtful, it is a moment for you to realize how bad you are hurting inside so that you never do something like that to another person.
Yes.
Because you know how it feels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. What would you say to your younger self?
Oh, just enjoy the process, I guess, of becoming who you are, and and respect your parents and love your parents because they're not gonna be with you very long. Yes.
Did you feel like you didn't have that moment or you didn't show enough love to your parents?
Yeah, I feel like that because I was dealing with my own identity.
Yeah.
And it was really hard for me to find those answers for myself.
Yeah.
And instead of, this is the thing about acceptance. If you accept yourself, you're being happy, then you will give so much happiness to people around you too. And at that time, because I was not being myself, I was not happy. So I couldn't share happiness to people around me, including my parents and my family.
I think like from hearing that, the biggest lesson that you're teaching me is just like, life is truly so short and can be taken from us at any moment. So continue to live in love, continue to live in positivity, and
just be kind. Just be kind. It goes along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you don't get that back right now.
Yeah.
Again, trust and believe, it will get back to you.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you so much for coming on here and bringing your positive energy everywhere you go and shining your bright light and just being amazing. And thank you for being a good friend to me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for listening to, my story and sharing the laughter of the day.
Yeah. If there's one message you want to say to anybody that's watching, what would that be?
Whoever that feels very sad or like in a down moment of your life, know that you are surrounded by kind human being and that those people are the ones that you have to keep in your circle. Even though you have those sad moments, you'll be able to share it with them because it's a lot lighter if you share even problems. So yeah, just keep like kind people around you.
All right, that's all from Kley.
Bye guys.
Oh, what a beautiful human being and so radiant and energetic. If you like that story, please like, subscribe, and comment. And tune back in next week for a brand new interview with Mr. Brent Price. So, until then, ciao for now.